What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel and the video review of the JI Fun 85X, the 85mm mini FPV racing quadcopter, the bind and fly version with the FR Sky receiver. Here is the layout of the contents of the box, and this is the box that it came in. We have the instruction manual. We have the prop guards. Yes, they give you a set of prop guards and a Velcro tab. Here is the quadcopter itself. They also give you a 600 milliamp 25C 3.7 volt battery, a 1S, and they give you a bag of extra rubber bands, some thick fat rubber bands. These are the rubber bands that you use to hold down the battery, so that is really nice and thick rubber bands. There is the extra set of props and a couple of extra motors, one clockwise and one counterclockwise. And they also give you a prop removal tool there made out of carbon fiber, and the charge cable, which has the XT60 on one end and the micro LASI on the other end. So I'm assuming you hook this up to your hobby grade charger to charge your 3.7 volt 600 milliamp battery. So that is really nice. All right, let's take a look at the quadcopter. It is a reminiscent quadcopter of the QX90 style frame, and it has the 600 TV line FPV camera all in one with the 120 degree field of view, and it looks like it has around a 10 to 15 degree tilt angle up, maybe up to about 20 degrees if I'm not mistaken. It should be around there. I can't measure it, and the product page does not describe what the angle is, but it has a pretty nice little tilt. It has the 5.8 gigahertz 25 milliwatt video transmitter with the 3 dBi circular polarized clover leaf antenna, which is supposed to provide you up to 250 meter video transmission, which is excellent distance for transmission. It is NTSC and PAL switchable, and this switch right here, hold it down for a couple seconds, will switch you over to PAL and switch you back to NTSC. Now this button right here will change the frequencies and the channels, and there are 6 frequencies and 8 channels. And let me show you how we do that. Let's go ahead and plug in the battery here. All right, the all-in-one VTX is held down on top of the camera mount there via a couple of zip ties. One of the zip ties goes right through the VTX, and it goes right through the top carbon fiber camera mount plate there, and another zip tie is tied down to the front standoff, and it goes right around the camera lens. So it is a pretty sturdy tie down there. It does not move, so when you crash you might bend the antenna a little bit. Now it also has this plastic coat sheet wrapping around the VTX as well to kind of protect all this circuitry, so that is really nice. So I got it powered on here, and now long press of the NTSC and PAL button will switch you back and forth from NTSC and PAL, And this channel button here, if you short press it, you move the green LED, and those are the channels. There are 8 channels in all. And if you long press it, it will switch the frequency. As you see the blue LED moving, there you go. Long press it and you can change the frequency, and there are 6 frequencies. Oops, I just changed the channel there, but there you go. And hold it down again to get it back to the original position there. Small button, there you go, original position. And I want to put it around the 4th position on the channel. So that's how you change the channel and the frequency on the all-in-one VTX. The motors on the 85X are the 8520 motors, the 3.7 volt, and they give you the 56 millimeter 2-bladed props. Now, the quadcopter comes with a F3 brushed flight controller with built-in FrSky receiver, and this is the FrSky version. And if you can see that little bind button at the tip of my finger, I'll blow it up right now. There you go, there's the bind button there. And what you do is hit that bind button, hold it down, and power up the quadcopter, and go to your Tyrannus at this time. The quadcopter will go into the binding mode, and you've already had to set up a new model on your Tyrannus, and hit that bind button on your model, and you will bind. And when the light goes off, you are bound. And the next time you plug it in, you will automatically bind to your Tyrannus. So that is really nice. On your Tyrannus, however, you will need to set up a couple of switches for the arming and the mode. So you can use the auxiliary 1 or the auxiliary 2 to set that up. And then you can go ahead and connect your quadcopter, the 85X, with the micro USB cable there. And there's the port, and hook it up to your beta flight configurator and set up your switches, set up your PIDs, set up your modes and fail safe and all that good stuff. And I'll show you that right now. All right, here we are in beta flight. What you want to do now is connect your quadcopter to the micro USB port on the back of the quadcopter, and stick the other end, the USB, onto your computer, and you will be able to see that COM port is active, and hit that connect button, which will bring you into the setups page. Over here, all you want to do is hit that calibration bar, but before you do, make sure you put your quadcopter on a flat level surface so your gyros are all leveled out, and hit that calibration button. And once it has done calibrating, go on over to your ports page and check out your ports, and it is already all set for you here as well. The UR2 with the serial RX is enabled, so go ahead and go to your configuration page, and here everything is set for you here as well. By default, the motor stop is enabled, and that's the way I want it. I am not an expert, so I'm going to use air mode, so I'm going to hit that motor stop button on. Now next, go on to the PID tuning page. Here I'm going to leave all of the PIDs at the factory default values here, so that is all good. So next, go on to your receivers page, and here as well the TAER1234 has been already chosen for you, so it is all good and ready to go. Now hit that modes page next, and go into your modes, and you will need to, like I said, set up a couple of switches, one of them to arm and one of them to change the modes. Here I set the arming on auxiliary 1, and here I have air mode and angle mode on auxiliary 2. Now, one thing I have forgotten to do was to configure the failsafe. So on the upper right hand corner next to the disconnect button, there is a enable expert mode. which is not turned on at the moment. So go ahead and turn that on, and what it will do is allow you to do the fail-safe. A fail-safe bar will appear right underneath of the configuration bar, and go into that and make sure that you have your quadcopter to drop instead of land. So once you are disconnected, fail safe, your quadcopter will drop in its spot. So that is all of the settings for beta flight. So let's go on and have a little test flight. Here is the instruction manual that it comes with. It's just a paper with print on it, but it is very detailed in showing you how to connect with your FR Sky or your Fly Sky, as well as your DSM2 DSMX receiver as well. So that is really nice. Each step by step is explained in detail, so that is really nice. So here is a quick comparison then now with the Fury B FX90, which is a 90 millimeter racing quadcopter with the same type of carbon frame, and it is almost identical in size and looks, but as you can see, it is slightly smaller than that 90 millimeter. It is smaller by 5 millimeter, as you can see there. Just a tad smaller than the FX90, the Fury B FX90. Now this one will be reviewed in a little while, so stay tuned for that. So let's go ahead and go outside and take a little test flight with this line of sight and do a little bit of FPV flying. Nice. Whoa, nice power at takeoff. Ho, ho, ho. Yep, it's got lots of power, man, this one. Wow, I have to lower down the throttle. Below half point just about. Pretty decent. Yep, lots and lots of power, guys, this one. Yep, look at that punch out. Wow. It's a lot faster than some of the other ones. Woo hoo hoo. It just wants to go. One more time, punching out. Not bad. Not bad for brushed. Very lightweight, this one. Minimalistic design. All right. Let's bring it in. See if I can land it on the table here. Oops, flipped over. All right.